What's up, everybody? Garrett back here, and something's different here. Something is different. I'm actually in a different location today. I'm in my home gym. You guys haven't seen this yet, but I figured what a cool time to do something in here when I'm talking about the brand new Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome for 1984's Fatal Games. Now, Fatal Games is that brand new Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome that they just dropped on Black Friday. I was able to get mine pretty early, so I wanted to review it for you guys now. Guys, this was a slasher movie that's been stuck on VHS for years. I've had this thing on a bootleg for many years, so when they announced this, I was actually one that was really excited to finally get this on a proper release. So Fatal Games is actually about an Olympic team from Massachusetts who are getting stalked and killed by a man with a javelin. So a typical slasher, this person is hooded and he's kind of taking people out one by one. Now, what makes this movie pretty damn cool and a little bit different than your normal slasher movies is it takes place like in Olympic trials. So they're swimming and doing javelin and gymnastics, and it's just a really, really cool spin on the genre. Now, when this came out, it didn't get great reviews. It actually reminded people a lot of Graduation Day, but if you're a big fan of that one, I think you'll really like this too. So I did a full showcase in my last video, if you guys haven't checked it out, with this and the other releases that I got early. And again, you've got the backside of that slipcover comes off. You've got the original poster art here. Now, this does have a lot of special features, mostly interviews and stuff like that, but want to know how the picture quality is. What did I think of this thing? Honestly, I didn't think it looked that great. Not what we usually see from Vinegar Syndrome. I was expecting this thing to be super clean, super sharp, and it just really wasn't. It was still kind of grainy, and I think it has to do with the source material that they had was, and it says here, a newly scanned and restored 4K from the 35mm Dupay negative. I'm not familiar with the terminology here, so I don't know what that means. Maybe somebody else watching this knows exactly what that means, but that must be why this doesn't look as clean as a lot of other 80s movies, especially these old kind of slasher movies that Vinegar Syndrome usually gets. So do I recommend Fatal Games? I do recommend Fatal Games because, again, it's a lost slasher that people went after for a long time, but I don't think this is one that you need to really rush and grab. I would keep my eye on this thing. I would wait until you see it start dropping in numbers, maybe get at a little more of a discounted price down the road if it's still available, but I don't think this is one you need to rush out and get right away, like I said, unless you see that it's selling fast, because it is one to really have for the collection, because, again, if you like slasher movies like myself, this is definitely one that you want to have, but I just wasn't highly impressed with the way that this thing looked, and that's probably why this movie took so long to actually get a physical release since VHS, because I'm assuming the source material that they had just wasn't worth it. Guys, that was my quick review on the brand new Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome for Fatal Games. Let me know down below, have you seen this movie? Is it one that you've wanted to see for a long time? Did you end up picking it up from the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale? I'd love to know. Now, if you haven't checked out my review for Existenz, definitely go do that. I have one more Vinegar Syndrome title to review this week from the Black Friday sale, and that is Daryl. So make sure you like this stream, stay tuned for that review, and this is Garrett at Born to Be Rad, and like always, stay